Hey, cats, what's good with you? New Speaker of the House. We're going to touch on that. You want to hear it? There you go.
I know the night is late, but when we come back, our very first bill will repeal the funding for 87,000 new IRS.
Hey, savages, welcome in. Saturday morning, Joe Schmo here. You just got to see Kevin McCarthy's first little spiel as the new speaker after 15 rounds of voting, right? But that first promise there is to defund the new the bill that Biden's just passed to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to monitor your Venmo, Cash Apps, and transactions over $600. All right, absolute lizards. But if the dude can accomplish this one thing, he will have done more than I ever thought possible during any length of tenure, we can look forward to or, down on having with this guy. All right, I still believe him to be an establishment shill, regardless of who's endorsed him or regardless of what, concessions he's given over. But again, Kevin McCarthy, new speaker after 15 rounds of voting. You had some of our Freedom Caucus representatives there that stuck it out to the very end. They refused to give in until they got some concessions out of this toad. And, some of them are pretty good, obviously. Some of them are great. Some of them we'll find out if they even come to fruition, right? Some of the most important ones here are going to be only one vote in the House needed to start, the process to oust the speaker, right? Kevin McCarthy limiting his own power in a concession. Again, we'll see if that comes to fruition. The Freedom Caucus gaining 4 seats on the House Rules Committee, which would be absolutely huge. Some of the higher end conservatives gaining chair seats on subcommittees. Again, could be massive. One of those, including Thomas Massie, is going to be on a committee to investigate the FBI, other alphabet soup bullshits, and their impact on domestic elections, which is against the law for them to be involved in. But obviously, previous events over the last couple years and, the Twitter files show that not to be the case. They're all up in everything, including bypassing, free speech through big tech. We'll love to see some shit like this. There'll be a vote on border security. And one of the biggest ones I would love to see pass, but I have a hard time believing that will come to fruition, is the vote for term limits, right? They got very few statesmen left in the government and a whole lot of lizards that will not vote to limit their own power, regardless if it's right, regardless of how many their constituents want this to come true. But again, we'll see how it plays out. Some guys are going to have some control that you haven't seen before, the likes of which, well, at least in many years. So again, we'll see how this goes. Dems, an absolute meltdown, right? This is causing, this is going to cause problems. The Republicans can't get their shit together. Everything's in disarray. They're setting the House up for disarray. I hate to break it to you cats, but this is what it looks like when Republicans are getting their shit together, right? They've convinced themselves for such a period and repeated it, ad nauseum, that this is a democracy, to where they obviously believe it themselves, all right? This is not a democracy. This is a constitutional representative republic, and this is what that looks like. It's not clean and orderly like a fall in line and vote with the hive like democracy is, right? A republic is people hammering out deals, voicing opposing opinions, and getting things done, right? Not resting on your laurels or giving in, on your personal constitution to appease the establishment. The exact opposite of what this country was intended to be, okay? But a lot of these rule changes are in reality just going back to pre-Democrat control. You've heard like the likes of Boebert refer to it as Pelosi's house, which it very well was, right? She made it to where there was a larger threshold to remove a speaker. Basically, only a party leader or a majority leader could put forth that starting vote to get that going, which we know the leaders are almost always the largest donors, which the largest donors are a definitely large part of the establishment. Where do they get those donations? Lobbyists, shills, and corrupt entities, right? But and then she would force votes within hours, 3,000 page votes. She would force votes within hours of the reception. And that's another concession that 72 hours be given before a bill is voted on. I mean, I definitely probably would have went a minimum of a work week on that because, when you got, 3, 4, 5,000 page bills, you basically have to have a team to read that. As she brought no opposing views to the floor in years, you've watched that diminish steadily since Obama was in office. So Republicans guilty on that just as well as the Democrats, but Pelosi even more so. She has brought forth literally 0 opposing view bills since 2018. So, I mean, that tells you something there. She had a complete stranglehold over the House. So again, this is what it looks like when, a republic works. Again, these guys stuck to their guns. They made, this lizard give some concessions that you damn sure know he wouldn't have been anywhere near previously. People like Matt Gaetz and Chip Roy have absolutely gained major respect from a lot of areas and are definitely earned their true place in a conservative movement as far as I'm concerned. All right. But you guys know the deal. Tell me I'm bullshit and argue with me in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Smell you later.
We're not against the Republicans. We're not against the Republicrats. We are against those MAGA thugs. Thugs.